Hello teachers, and welcome to this tutorial on the World War II and Holocaust escape room activity. In this tutorial you will get an overview of student learning objectives as well as the layout of the website. The activity was designed to help students explore multiple perspectives and marginalized voices of World War II and the Holocaust. During this activity, students should work their way through the pages of the website, and their goal is to learn more about various ethnic and religious groups and their different experiences during World War II. They will also be required to answer questions on the breakout room escape form in order to break out of the room before the time ends. The suggested time is about 40 minutes. During this time, you will be walking around the room, visiting the students, and helping them locate information, but it's important that they work through the process on their own, so do not provide the information for them. My suggestions for the lesson would include students working in small groups. I would suggest groups of 2 to 3. However, this can absolutely be done as an independent activity as well. Before jumping into the breakout room or the escape room activity, I would recommend starting with a free write to activate their prior knowledge on World War II or the Holocaust. Again, the activity is designed to last about 40 minutes, but you can shorten or lengthen the time in terms of what works best for you. And then, as always, we want to know what the students got out of the activity, so I would recommend ending the class with a discussion or a debrief after the activity where they can share what they learned, what they struggled with, what questions they still have. If time is not available at the end of the initial class period, this is definitely something that can be done the next day. This activity does cover a variety of content area standards. For English, we're looking at analyzing the interactions between individuals, events, and ideas in a text. For history, we want to help them determine the central ideas or information of a primary or secondary source and provide accurate summary of the source distinct from prior knowledge or opinions. And this also hits several content area standards for the American Association of School Librarians. First is formulate a question about a personal interest or a curricular topic. In this case, we're focusing on a curricular topic, but it can delve into personal interest areas as well. Next is to recall prior and background knowledge as context for new meaning. Adopt a discerning stance toward points of view and opinions expressed in information resources and learning products. And finally, read widely and deeply in multiple formats. The student learning objectives are as followed. By the end of this lesson, students will be able to determine how various groups were impacted by the events of World War II, identify key ideas and events in World War II, develop questions for future study about World War II events, build upon prior knowledge, read varying points of view and evaluate perspective, and read informational text across a variety of formats. Now what we're going to do is take a look at the escape room website and its functionality. So this is the home page for the Introduction to World War II Escape Room. The navigation bar is on the left-hand side of the screen, and each one of these sub-pages correlates with one or more of the questions on the escape room form. As you can see, there are various pictures related to World War II and the Holocaust, and this is where the directions start. Students should read through the directions themselves, but you should also read through it with them. The directions continue beneath the pictures, and below that is the escape room form where students will answer all the questions. Now, escape rooms function like a puzzle, so the students will have to get the answer exactly as it needs to be typed. So if it's a number, the exact number that they're looking for. If it's a word, the word needs to be spelled correctly and capitalized correctly as well in order to move on. Again, the menu bar on the left-hand side of the screen will help the students navigate through the website to answer the questions. They're very clearly titled to give the students an idea of where to look for each question. My recommendation would be to have students open the website on 2 separate tabs. So I would suggest right-clicking on Discrimination of the Jews and selecting Open in New Tab so that they can use this second tab to navigate through the website and use the first tab to enter their information. Now, if they click away from this site where they've already entered information, it will lose the data. So it's important that they have two separate tabs open with one tab for navigating the website and one tab for completing the escape room. At the end of the activity, there are two separate feedback forms. So there's one form listed right here at the bottom where it says, if you didn't make it out, please take a minute to complete the feedback form. The feedback form asks questions about where they struggled, what made this activity difficult, and what supports they would like to see in the future. If the students were able to answer all of the questions correctly, they will hit next, which will take them to the second portion of the initial escape room form, where they also have the opportunity to provide feedback, including their names, the class, the hour, and things that they learned throughout this activity. So this was designed to be a brief tutorial for you on how to use the escape room website. If you have any questions or concerns at all, please feel free to reach out to me. My email is brittany.hall.498@gmail.com. Thanks so much for watching this tutorial, and I hope you have so much success with your students in the escape room activity. Have a great day.